Howdy, and this is Casey. Welcome to episode 7 of my Let's Play series. If you've been following along, you've noticed that a lot of the mods that I've been trying to do on my boat have been failing. So it's time for a little bit drastic of measures. So I think I'm going to have to go to the Nether to get a lot of things to fix some of my issues I'm having with my mods. So what I'm going to do is go to the Nether and get some blaze rods. So one of the big issues that I'm having is just simple lack of storage and transportation of storage. The great thing about iron chest and thermal expansion was the fact that they are, one, good about moving items around, and two, storing them. So what I'm going to do is right now I'm equipping up to go to the Nether. Well, I suppose, let's see, do I have any flint? So I'm gonna steal a good idea when I see one and craft some longfall boots, as well as you saw, make some iron armor. And the goal is, there it goes, so that I can hopefully not die. Keep the backpack with me, but the armor points from armor is probably going to be more important. I can top off the drill in less severe issues. Okay. Well, I built a gate to the Nether, and I built it in the quarry that I had for the inchworm tunnel bore. So I'm gonna meet you over there, and we'll head to the Nether. Okay, and here's a really crude, very workman type portal room. And off to the Nether I go. Huh. Well, first thing first, get a little bit of shelter. And I will dig this out and make me a hidey hole. Okay, I'll be back right after I get that done. So I found a fortress pretty quickly, and dying once managed to block in the blaze spawn in there. So currently I only have 9 blaze rods. I'm gonna try to get me a couple more before I go. 8 will get me enough for 2 Enderchests. But if I'm already here... Okay. Well, unfortunately this is one of those things where it's either really, really exciting, in which case I'm going to die within seconds, or it's pretty boring, in which case you probably don't want to watch. So I will kill more blazes off camera. There's a couple wither skeletons that were over there. So this might be a more interesting place to look into, and once I've gotten a little bit better equipped. But I'm not really equipped for a full-on Nether Nether fight right now. So I will do killing more blazes off camera and get back with you when anything interesting happens. And there's the wither skeletons. Now I'll be a little bit honest here. I've not actually fought any of those before. Not really been playing Minecraft for the last 6, 7, 8 months or so. So those are new to me. But I've got 18 blaze rods, so happy enough for now. Would have liked to have gotten some more magma cream, because that's a ingredient for the, I believe, liquid fuel boxes for Railcraft. But I'm not gonna go over there and challenge all those things just for that magma slime over there. And I believe I'm where I got my welcome just a little bit. So I'm gonna head on back. I will talk to you again once I get back to the overworld. And after a little bit of off-camera hunting for Enderman, the Athine, or however you pronounce it, is actually very handy for that. But I now have enough materials for a Ender chest. So the Ender chest is 4 blaze rods and obsidian, an ender pearl, and a chest and wool in that configuration. So, and now I can replace the iron chest here with, let's see, with an ender chest. So the ender chest will get the items just the same as everything else would. And for some reason I'm getting a lot of blocks that are going invisible or such whenever I move the frames. So there's a project table here that's a little bit glitchy, and my double chest here, as you can see I'm walking through it, its graphics has got a little bit weird. So there's that, whatever that is. But expanded my farm just a hair, still working on some resources. But I've got carrots growing over here, sugarcane growing here, and wheat. And as I get a couple more frames, I probably would just block it off, because 5 lines and 2 should be enough for now at least. But whenever the frame moves, if I haven't already harvested sugarcane and it's like this, it's just been breaking off. So basically, the bottom of the sugar frame or sugar cane will be touching this frame here and will move with the boat. The top will not, so it'll go over here and then just turn into an item. So what I'll probably do is go into ComputerCraft and at least get me some wooden golems to pick up the sugarcane. I'm not 100% certain how golems can handle when their target box moves, but we'll see. But now that I've got the ender chest here, I can and just turn it back on. And I've used the dirt block as just a marker to see where I'd already quarried. But now, at least until the barrels fill up, the dirt will be filtered out, and we should be able to watch everything else enter here. And I'll probably work to get up a very simple sorting system to pull out of here so that this doesn't fill up, but pull out of here and put all my ores in one place, all my gems in another place, and dust in another. Not going to get too much with automated, too much into the sorting system and the automation, just simply due to the fact I don't have a whole lot of space to set up a sorting machine. So I'll probably have just enough to keep that chest there fairly empty, and to have obvious places I can grab things from, but I'm not going to get too much into auto crafting or all that. But well, looks like it's working like a charm. Knock on wood. Okay, well I'm going to log out and see if the graphics will work on this, or if I need to, what I need to do to fix some of this. And see you whenever next, well, I guess see you the next time I do something interesting. And since I've got a renewable source of wheat that I can take with me, and thought I would capture me a couple cows and at least breed a third, and then kill off a second one, or kill off one of the adults, so that I can at least keep a breeding pair in here. Now did this the simple way of just basically building a little bridge out to here and leaving the cow up here with wheat. Nothing complicated, but it works. Might do this. No. Apparently they don't like being there. Might do the same with sheep, but haven't actually seen too many sheep around here. Closest I think would be the way over there where I found that, where I had to go and find an oak tree that one time. But yeah, discovered that if you make this pin too small, whenever the child grows up, it gets bumped out of the pin, and ended up with a cow on my lower deck down here. Might work a little bit better if I move it away from the edge, but just not a whole lot of space really. Don't really want to dedicate too much up here for wildlife, or not wildlife, but for, I don't know, animal husbandry. But I don't know, patching up the rest of the ship as I get more resources. And before I go, I wanted to make one last little thing. Since I've almost got the capacity to unload my quarry on the back of my ship. I think I'm just going to call it a dredge. Now would be a really good time to start thinking about how I want to maybe start automating this. Now I'll try this for now. Let's see, that should connect to the redstone to the left to pulse this, and connect to the bundled wire to the right. Don't have a whole lot of space here, but let's see. Let me come up together with a really fast program, and I will get right back with you once I've gotten that working. Okay, wanted to just try that real fast off camera before I embarrass myself too much, but it's fairly straightforward. The dig program in ComputerCraft, it just simply does a for loop 60 times, and every iteration of the loop, it'll turn on the black color of the bundled output on the back, and turn on the redstone output on the left. Wait a second, then turn both of those off. Uh, 0 basically means turn all bundles off, and then waits for another second. So every 2 seconds, it'll rotate through and do both of those. So, which means I can take out that timer now. Simple enough, looks like. But I haven't actually tried this on moving frames. I'm probably going to say that phrase a lot. So once I get it up, I have no idea actually how well computers travel on frames. But I will probably expand this and modify this just a little bit more off camera. My end goal actually is to have a modem hooked up to this. So instead of me having to come over here and type dig or raise, which would just be the opposite command, in my almost command center up here, I want to have a single computer that I can issue commands to other computers that will translate those via the wireless RedNet of ComputerCraft, so that I would have a computer down here that will operate this instead of a timer, and a computer back here that will raise and lower. Because you may realize that it's a little bit of a hassle to have to run back and forth between the two. Because currently I'm having to raise the dredge, which takes about a minute. Go over here, move the entire boat from down there forward about 3 spaces, then run back here and quarry again. I mean, obviously very doable and a whole lot easier than digging that out manually. But hey, might as well automate it if I can. And the great thing about ComputerCraft is it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. It'll be a block for the computer and maybe another block for a modem for the terminals that'll be here and down there. And maybe just a block for the computer, a block for the modem. Not sure how well monitors work on frames. Be a chance for fun. Let's see, have I started hitting that little reef down there yet? I think it's just sand, but nope, not yet. I have actually tested whenever I went through the scaffolding. Scaffolding ended up there, so all of that works. But yeah, that was actually my first time programming in ComputerCraft. So, looks simple, looks easy enough. And one of you are gonna die. But, hey. I don't know. This is starting to actually look like it's somewhat sustainable and somewhat getting my own food from here, getting my own minerals and such. Making progress. But that's a little bit eclectic there. I mean, I went through the Nether and went through all that, but I think I actually made a lot of progress here in this episode. Got me some cows, so I should be getting a little bit of leather. And my intent, now that I've actually gotten some of this a little bit more sustainable, is maybe next episode, just get the beginnings of ComputerCraft started. But, well, thank you very much, and see you next time.